Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another fireside chat. The first one was quite a while ago, but the second one was just last week. We got some more news, some more stuff to share. As you can see, I got a bunch of boxes on the table. Let's start off with going through a quick unboxing, and then we're going to talk about some stuff that's in these boxes. Let's get it. All right, we're gonna get into the unboxing right now. Which box should I start with? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's start with this one. Take the rest of these off the table. So as I was talking about last week on the fireside chat, sold the X100VI. Well, that means I had a camera hole that needed to be filled, and I filled it. And we're gonna talk about what's in these boxes. All right. I got my handy dandy Marine Corps K-bar, which is dull as shit. And let's see if I can get the box open without cutting myself. All right, good packing material, Nikon store. Bought this directly from the Nikon store. Gives you a little hint about what it is, but really good packing. Look at this, I love it. All right, let's take this out, chuck that. Boom, we got the FTZ adapter. I talked about this a little bit, I'll talk about it a little more, but I got this bad boy because I got the FE and I got some vintage glass. Well, now it's in those boxes. I'm gonna be able to use that vintage glass with this right here. So that gives you a hint of what's in the box. Let's get to the main attraction. This box right here. Oh, we can open this box in a minute. Let's open all the boxes first. You guys can fast forward past this if you're not into this kind of thing. Some people are, some people aren't. All right. Boom. Let's see, is this packed well? Okay, it appears it could have been packed better, but I digress. All right, what do we have here? The Nikon 40mm f2 SE for the second time. That's the second time I bought it. And what we have here for the second time, Nikon FE for the second time. Yeah, I got the Nikon, I said FE, the ZF for the second time, the ZF. Yeah, I got the Nikon ZF again. And we're gonna talk about why. But you kind of get it. You kind of get it already. All right, there's one more box. Because I ordered this directly from the Nikon store, I got something for free. And not a lot of people knew about this, but I knew I wanted to get another one of these when I got the FE. So I decided, let me just order from the store and get the free bag. So before I open that, cheers from I use them a medieval times big humongous mug. Cheers. All right, let's open this Gaston Luga bag. I'm sure this box is too big to really open on the table. Don't want to puncture the bag with my super humongous K-bar. And there it is. There it is, the Gaston Luga bag. I guess it's smaller than it looked, but let's check it out. Let me get this put away. All right, get that out of the way. All right, let's open this bad boy. Nice presentation. Ooh, I like the presentation, but we're still gonna have to tear it open, so let's get to it. Time for this box within a box to get plucked and filed to the side. Here is the bag. It is a little smaller than I thought, but not too bad. We're gonna go through this bad boy. It is a Gaston Luga GL, designed in Sweden, 18 liters. And yeah, apparently it's vegan approved. So, booyah. It's got a nice feel to it. Starting with the front here, we got a little front small pocket showing up here. On the side here, I'm sure we got the same. Yep, little same small pocket. This is kind of cool. It looks, got the vintage look. It's a metal buckle. It's a metal buckle. That makes a lot of noise, probably. This opens up here. And this has got a zipper as well, so you can't just get it stolen. And then you can't really see in here, but it opens through. You can see the actual whole bag, including the shell where the camera equipment will go. And let's go to where that is. Hopefully this mic, I'm using the DJI mic that comes with an Osmo Pocket today, just to switch it up, see how things sound. All right, it unzips from the inside, which is why I went to this side. All right, let's unzip this bad boy. Okay, it's got little buttons here to keep this from going all the way out, but if you take it off, you can't open this all the way, which I would, I guess, advise you need to do if you're getting to your camera gear, which goes in here. So we gotta get these all set up, and it'll kind of fill this bag out a little more, and then this is where your camera stuff goes. You got a pocket back here for your laptop and some other stuff. Camera gear goes here, pretty much fills the whole bag up, minus this top part that if you unbuckle, I guess, you unbuckle here, I guess you could fill this up until it was full and just zip it at the top. Outside of that, you got that's a more of a bottle holder on this side, and yeah, I'd say maybe you could try to put a tripod in there. I don't think it's gonna fit much. It's a pretty minimal bag, but it's really, really, really nice. And since I'm not doing weddings anymore, this is actually gonna be really good for my street gear when I'm traveling. I might use it on my next trip. Give you some more information about it then in an actual review, if you wanna see that. I think this is available for a couple more days, so you might want to snag one now for free. They're normally $200, so not bad, not a bad little camera bag. The main reason I bought the ZF from the Nikon store was because of that bag. It was free, and I also got a $70 discount on the 40mm special edition and a $50 discount on the FTZ2 adapter. So buying it through Nikon and borrowing all this got me a free bag and $120 off the gear. So, you know, even though I sold the stuff, I bought it at a discount, so I'm not losing too much money on my second purchase. Now this is only my first purchase of this. So we'll go in, open the piece de resistance, the Nikon Zf. I already got some memory cards there, some Nikon batteries charging. So I am ready to go with this bad boy. I'm ready to put these vintage lenses on there. Open it up, books and shit. No, who cares about that? And the little cord, it doesn't come with a charging brick, so I had to buy one. Comes with a battery on the side here. The other Nikons have come with it, Z7, Z6, Z8. So if you have one of those, you'll have one. Strap that I'll never use because I use Peak Design system. And here's the camera. It is wrapped nicely. This is a heavy camera after all. I think it was 710 grams instead of what it weighed when I reviewed it the first time I had it. Let's check out the fit and finish. The first one I got, I did have to return in exchange for the black one because of the fit and finish after all. This one looks good. I think they perfected it after quite a while. All right, I think that's everything for the box. I'll set that aside for now. I will go ahead and show it to you. Here it is, and it's all its glory. I gotta tell you, this thing feels, I haven't had the ZF and the X-T5 together. I've always had one gone while I had the other one. I'm gonna put them side by side here in a second, because this thing feels heavier, but it definitely feels way better built. It doesn't feel as cheap. The metal feels really like tough and thick and rigid, whatever you want to call it, just anyway. All right, 40mm, there's not much to this box, but we'll go ahead and open it. Books and crap, and then your lens, not much to it. This is mostly a plastic lens, but it does go with the Nikon Zf aesthetic. And it's actually a low-key, very good budget lens. So I've showed you this before because I've owned it before, but just in case you want to see it again, here it is. Go ahead and get that put on the Zf, maybe. Might put on the 50mm 1.8 that's sitting on my Fe, you never know. I also have another lens I ordered just now, recently. It's a vintage lens. I'll talk more about it in a little bit. Let's go ahead and open up the FTZ adapter. All right. Okay. Same nice packaging. I like that they put the bubble wrap type packaging around these things. It's not super fragile, this one specifically, because it's just a bunch of metal, but nonetheless, there it is. It appears it's just, you know, to adapt the two glasses together. You got your contact side on the camera here. That's your Z side. And then here's your F side. So the F mount lenses, which are much smaller, have an F mount lens on the camera. I'll go get it here in a second and we'll talk more about that. Now I'm going to go ahead and get a couple other cameras and we'll talk some more about this one and why I got it. Before I do all that, I got all the unboxings out of the way. Let's bring Zabia further. Right out of the shot. Well, it's still in the shot, who cares? Let's first start with the obvious two. Here's the Fe and the Zf. This was really modeled after the FM2, but the Fe was kind of a baby FM2. So as you can see, the dials look similar. They look similar. Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, of course you have a exposure compensation instead of a winder film camera, digital camera, but pretty close, pretty close. Let's not break the cameras that I just bought, but yeah, pretty close. Love it. All right, now let's compare it with the the X-T5. Now the X-T5 does look a little bit smaller, but it's not, we're talking, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that much smaller. The X-T5 is about the same width, about the same length, full frame, APS-C. Not really that big of a difference. Maybe a tad bit shorter, but about the same height and about the same width. This light is flickering. I'm not in love with that. Got to get better lighting, including myself. This light over here is flickering. All right, I got my 128s, micro SD and SD, because this camera takes both. I use the micro SD for backup. It's easier to put these in before you put the battery in, so they go in the battery door down here, right here. Easier to put them in before you get the battery door in, because this is not spring-loaded like some of the battery doors are. I wish that was the case, Nikon. Nikon, are you listening? Spring-loaded battery doors. I'll show you how it's done in just 2 seconds. Just give me a second here while I get these memory cards in. Memory cards are in right here. Now we go ahead and get the battery in. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. All right, it is in. Let me show you guys what I mean. See this right here? See that? See that? See that, Nikon? See that? Watch this. Whew. Oh my goodness. It's called a spring-loaded battery door. Get used to it. Spring-loaded battery door. That's all you gotta do. Jeez Louise. Good Lord. Go ahead and put the battery grip back on this bad boy, because let's be honest, the ergonomics are terrible without it. Just shimmy it a little bit just to make sure it goes on snug, and also correct. All right. Now this thing's easier to hold with this battery grip. Should I go 40? Well, no, let's do this to test to make sure the autofocus and all the things work on the normal ones. And then we can maybe look at putting on this bad boy, this 50mm manual focus lens. powering up for the first time. It just powered it on. Oh, look at that. It just comes right up. That's interesting. And there's actually, when I bought my first one, this was not like this. This is on 8,000, which is why it's like that. Let me go ahead and turn that to 1/3 of a step. That should allow me to adjust it with the back wheel. Way down. Way down. There we go. Go ahead and format the memory cards. Why not? Let's get it done. We're here. It's in the menu. We were at that spot in the menu. But this menu is so fast. I think it's way faster than the Fuji menu is. Or maybe it's the processor that's in here, but it's so fast. Holy crap. Wait for my clock to turn here, and I will set the time. This is riveting shit. I'm riveting. All right, that gets me, boom, into the menu. Auto ISO is doing its job. Look at that. I'm gonna take a picture of us. Boop. So here we go. Set these up all side by side so you can see them. I love my retro cameras, as you can tell. That is where it's at to me. Retro all the way. I'm glad, I am actually really glad to have this FTZ because I honestly should have gotten it the first time and tried the vintage lenses out. I probably would have never got rid of the ZF in the first place. The physical dials here are very similar to each other, the ZF and the X-T5. I love that. It's gonna allow me to use both of these cameras fairly easy. Even the stills movie switch, it's in the same spot. Just one's in the front, one's in the back, same spot though. Even the exposure compensation dials are in the same spot. So that really allows me to be able to use this camera, both of these cameras interchangeably, to be honest with you. Why did I buy it again? Why? I mean, I said it was redundant. I didn't need two cameras. The X106 proved that the ZF and files weren't much better. Yeah, I was wrong. The ZF files are much better than the X106. The X106 is great in a lot of places. At night, it's not one of its strong suits. It's the IBIS and the autofocus I have found to be inconsistent. So for me, it wasn't there. Now this camera right here, like this thing's amazing. The ZF is amazing. The X-T5 is amazing. The X-H2 is amazing. The FE is amazing. They're all amazing cameras. I'm done, you know, being like sticking to one brand. I have them all and I don't care. So why did I get it again? It feels redundant after having the X-T5. I agree. But you could say that about having the X-T5 and also having the X-H2. I mean, you really don't need it more than the one camera. To be honest, I can take this out, do all the shooting, do all the filming on it that I need to in the studio, film on this when I'm out with the X-H2, and I wouldn't need another camera. I know that. I want it. That's what it is. I want it. After picking this camera up right here in Florence and using this vintage lens right here, I decided that I really wanted to use these lenses on a digital camera so that I can try to achieve that same film look but with a digital camera. Why? In all seriousness. Well, I mean, you guys. I want to be able to push this content out, and I want to be able to put these vintage lenses on here and being able to shoot with the vintage style in digital formats. When I picked up this FE right here and I started using this camera, I just fell in love with the manual focus, the back to the aperture dials, which is why I love Fuji so much. The aperture ring, the manual focus, the way it focuses with the prism system, and you have to line it up. It's just so cool and so fun to use. But I got to get through 36 shots, then take it to the lab, get it developed, get the scans back, check them out, make sure that nothing needs to be adjusted crop-wise or geometry-wise. Then I have my photos. That takes weeks. When I can put this vintage lens right here, utilizing the FTZ adapter on this camera, and then I can try to achieve that same look digitally. I love shooting film. Film is just slow, and I know that. So I want to have something that I could achieve a similar look, hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. The jury's still out. I got to do all the testing. That is why I bought the ZF again. I couldn't do that with this. I already have a camera that takes the Nikon glass. They make an adapter that I can use all these Nikon glasses, the Nikon glass on the ZF, so why wouldn't I take advantage of that? Now I got a free bag out of it and discounts on everything on top of it. So it's a win-win, if you ask me. It's a win-win. Well, last night, my mom was racing with all kind of ideas knowing this was coming. Like I'm so excited to get this. There's so many different videos I want to make, so many different comparisons I want to do. I think it's going to be really fun to take this camera out, but with this lens on it, and maybe shoot with both cameras, the film and the digital, with the same lens, and see how the pictures stack up against each other, see which one I like better. I think it might be cool to also compare these two cameras together, the X-T5 and the ZF. Yeah, one's 40 megapixel APS-C, and one is a 24 megapixel full frame, but I'm not a pixel peeper here. I'm just looking to see what photos look like, what the colors look like, how the files look, and which one's more pleasing. This is a 40 millimeter. This is the equivalent of a 50 millimeter on here. Both the f2. I think it'd be a good comparison to compare these two together with these two lenses on them. I also have the 1990s era, circa 1990, I believe it was, Nikon AF 28 millimeter f2.8D lens coming in the mail from MPB. I hope it looks like the picture. I've never purchased from MPB before, so this will be something I'll talk about when I get the lens. But it's an autofocus variant, but it also has the distance focus meter on it, and it also has the aperture ring on it. So I'm hoping to be able to use that on both. We're using the FTZ adapter with autofocus on the ZF, and also on the FE using manual focus. Now I've heard some people complain that the manual focus throw is very short, being that it's really just an autofocus lens, not really designed for heavy manual focus. But we're gonna see how it stacks up on both. We're gonna see how the manual focus stacks up on the ZF. I got so many ideas and I'm excited. I'm excited to show them. I love all these cameras, so I'm excited to try to achieve that vintage look using the ZF, using these vintage lenses that I'm purchasing, and I'm excited to try some of the mid-modern lenses on the FE versus the ZF and see how they perform, and check back in with you guys. So, does that mean I'm done buying cameras? Maybe. I think I want to buy some more vintage Nikon lenses to start, and then maybe we'll see after that where that leads us. But I definitely want to buy more lenses right now and take a break from buying cameras. They are expensive, but I still am thinking about the Z6 III, and I'm still thinking about the Leica M11P, to be honest with you. But I still wanted this because I still want to do these comparison videos. I love doing these videos. I bought this camera so that I can do some more comparison videos and have some more fun going out and shooting when it's not 110 right now, according to my Google Home back there. Yeah, I can't be out there doing that right now. So I do have my Millennium Falcon coming in the mail to put together Lego this weekend. Stay indoors, stay cool. But yeah, that's it for this video, I believe. I just wanted to talk through and unbox the ZF. I never did that with my last ZF because I was too excited to get it, so I just tore it apart. But I wanted to unbox my ZF this time, show it to you. I wanted to compare it and show it to you size-wise against the FE and the X-T5, and talk about what videos are going to come with the addition of this to the channel. All right, guys, that's it for this fireside chat. I got a lot of beer to drink, so I need to shut up. Until next week. Till next week or next time. See ya.